while we are waiting for the next speaker, who is going to be Conor from Blitz, who have already been on our podcast. Conor, have you finished your call? Are you ready to join us, or we need for a couple of minutes for make some announcements?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, amazing, brilliant. So, guys, help me welcome the final speaker of today's Blast Meetup. He is Conor from Blitz. Conor, if you want to turn your camera on, you may do this. If you don't want, just give us your powerful voice and deliver your speech. Share between speech and Q&A session. So the stage is yours. Please go ahead, and we are carefully listening because your thoughts are extremely valuable for us today, like the thoughts of all the speakers who've been building the Blast recent months.
Well, thanks, Eugene. I'll probably keep the video off just because I have not showered for a little bit, but
no problem.
That's the nature of building. So yeah, I'll do a quick intro, but I'd like to spend as much time as possible answering people's questions. But my name's Conor. I've been working on Vertex, which is kind of like in the kind of the same umbrella for the last couple of years on the founding team over there, and just have recently switched over and moved my focus onto building Blitz on the Blast ecosystem. And so not sure how familiar the listeners are with Blitz, but Blitz is a highly performant order book DEX that allows traders to trade perps and spot. It's cross-margined, and we are built on top of a product called Vertex Edge, which enables cross-chain liquidity. I think best liquidity on Blitz or Blast right now for a lot of perp markets. So yeah, that's kind of the quick intro, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much for you've been the shortest speaker ever. You know, all the speakers of today's meetup are completely short. They all ended before the time scale, and you are the shortest speakers. That's great. This means that we will have a lot of time for a question. Of course, our listeners, they've been familiar with Blitz because we did a podcast episode with Darius Tatabai from Blitz too. And Darius, you know Darius, who Darius is. So guys, don't hesitate to ask questions to Conor regarding Blitz, because Blitz are one of the first guys who appear in our YouTube channel. We need to know the details. And the general question for us, because why have you chosen Blast? Did you consider other EVM chains? And if you did, what were the pros and cons between Blast and other EVM chains?
Yeah, good question. So there's two reasons. So the first maybe is like the performance, and we think that the team behind Blast is technically very strong. It's a very performant chain, and to offer traders the best kind of UI UX, we have to pick chains that offer that. But then there's the whole kind of aspect of like giving back to the users of the chains and aligning incentives. And at Vertex, that's always been something that we've been very focused on as well. Like, as you can see with our staking program, stakers earn as the protocol grows and share in the fees. And so really at Blitz, it just made sense that Blast was going to be one at like the home, because we feel that Blitz will align incentives and the growth of the exchange with its users as well, which is exactly what Blast does. So hopefully that answers your questions.
Yeah, definitely. Are you in general satisfied with Blast and whole? How do you see the development of this ecosystem? These guys have built something sophisticated and amazing, because everybody, I haven't met someone who considered that the Blast is the worst chain ever created. Nobody is thinking so. But maybe you've met some guys. What are your general feelings how these guys will be developing this their ecosystem?
Sorry, I don't know if I fully understood the question.
I wanted to see, okay, let me ask you, and finally, because we have some questions from our participants. Alex asks you your favorite kill feature that makes you different from other platforms. What is the most killer feature of Blitz Exchange if to compare with other platforms?
Oh, good question. This one's hard to answer because it's hard to pick like a favorite feature. Often I think when people ask about this question, they're thinking more on like the interface, like the bells and whistles. But I think my favorite feature that Blitz offers is okay, I'm gonna cheat and say 3. So I think speed. So like we offer 5 to 10 millisecond kind of latency or trading, which is on par with the leading centralized exchanges. Cross margining. So if there's any traders in kind of the space right now that are interested in doing spreads, I believe Blitz is the only place that you can go and trade spreads by opening long and short positions on BTC, but then also, on ETH, and then also shorting or depositing wrapped ETH. So the cross margin nature of the exchange is very interesting. And then of course, which is like our most recent announcement, is like actually the cross chain liquidity. And so being able to tap into the liquidity that Edge has on other chains to bring that liquidity to Blast as well. That right now this is only in the perp space, but you can also think about it how we can maybe open this up with spot markets and how this can give traders on other chains access to Blast native tokens, spot tokens as well.
Well, imagine that Blast ecosystem guys are now behind you and listening to you carefully. What would you suggest them or wish or recommend to add or not to add, to do or not to do? So just like direct suggestions to Blast builders community. What would be your suggestions?
That's a hard one. I think it's a very exciting time right now in the Blast ecosystem, and they're also very young and new. So I don't really have anything specific. I think one kind of advice or something, maybe I'm just biased and I'd enjoy this, but to host like a conference or a meetup or more events, that'd be cool. So we can get together as teams building in the space and find ways to work together.
Well, just keep building and not just go about the community. Well, what to expect from Blitz till the end of 2024? What are the next stage of your roadmap is going to be?
Yeah, so one of our main focuses is going to be actually adding more Blast native tokens to the platform as spot markets. So that's kind of like, that will be one of our main focuses. Another focus will be a season 2 of our Blitz points program. And so finding different ways to introduce users to the platform through the incentives and giving more ways to earn. We also want to run some fun kind of campaigns such as trading competitions. We also just launched perp indexes, if anyone saw that, but maybe also launching a lot more perp markets. And we're also exploring new trading products. So one, a little bit of alpha could be like, or giving users easy ways to open and close spread positions, which is unique to Blitz. And then also maybe some options trading as well.
Well, okay, great to hear. Great to hear this such an answer. Well, let me check our chat regarding questions. I think we have already answered. Well, let me ask you, how to start using Blitz? What steps should one to undertake? Where to go? What to do?
Nice question. So it's very, very easy. All you do is you go to blitz.exchange, which is the website. The actual app is app.blitzexchange. And then throughout the website, all you need to do is just press on that deposit button, which you can see in your wallet or on the portfolio. Select what asset you want to deposit. Right now, USDB and wrapped ETH are supported. And deposit, and you can start trading. And
very simple.
Another nice part about Blitz and like our design is that I don't know how familiar everyone is with the design, but you can think
I'm familiar with. I love the design of Blitz. Really, really, I'm the fan.
Yeah, thanks. So like on the actual back end though, right? So we have an integrated money market. So when you deposit USDB or wrapped ETH to use as margin and collateral or just trade and hold, it's deposited into that money market, which automatically starts to earn a deposit APR. So you can think of it as like you're earning that deposit APR and you're able to use the USDB as margin or collateral. As we start to add more spot markets, Blast native tokens, the same will apply. And if we get enough kind of liquidity, or if a token does very well on Blast, there's nothing to say that we wouldn't explore actually giving that margin abilities as well. So you could think of maybe some of the leading protocols on Blast, users could use that as margin to trade perps.
Great answer. And final question for you comes from Rostislav. Sounds like, how does the off-chain sequencer, where vertex in parentheses, coupled with on-chain settlement to the local chain? I hope you do understand the question. What will be the answer?
Yeah, great question. So we run the off-chain sequencer is a Rust-based implementation of Arbitrum. All assets, when you deposit assets, are kept on-chain and non-custodial. So no matter what, and all trades settle on-chain. You can think about the sequencer as just this really high-performant order book that when you submit an order to the order book, it submits it there, and then orders are matched. And then once they're matched, submitted to the chain, and that's submitted to Arbitrum, or in this case, Blast. And I don't know if that kind of answers your question, but that's how it works.
I think it does. Nonetheless, if we'll have a more detailed question, we have an opportunity in every time in the future to ask our speakers directly, because we're all Telegram chat. So thank you very much, Conor, for joining us today and answer of the question regarding Blitz Exchange. We wish you good success. Greetings to Dario, speaker who joined our podcast recently. And thank you very much for being with us today.